God says, "My child, when I speak into the silence of your heart tonight, I want you to listen not with your mind but with the soft place within you that still believes in love. For something sacred is unfolding, something that has left your future soulmate trembling beneath the weight of truth. They have discovered a part of your story that you once tried to hide, and the knowledge has shaken them. But, my child, do not fear this moment. It is not the end of love, it is the beginning of understanding. I saw the tears they tried to hide. I saw the confusion that ran through their spirit like a storm that would not stop. They are not angry with you, they are frightened of the depth of what they now know. Because when a soul finally sees another soul as it truly is, with all its beauty, its shadows, its brokenness, it must decide whether to run or to stay. Your soulmate is standing at that holy crossroads now. And I, the Lord of all hearts, am standing with them, whispering, "Do not be afraid of what you see, love was made for truth." For years, both of you have prayed for a connection that would be real, unshakable, transparent. You asked me for a love that would never wear masks. So, I removed the masks. I allowed the truth to surface, your truth. The story you thought would make someone turn away is the very story that is teaching them how to love without conditions. It hurts now, I know, but pain is the language through which I awaken compassion. Your soulmate has discovered not a secret meant to destroy, but a layer meant to heal. Perhaps they learned of a past wound, a decision made in fear, or a chapter written before you knew who you were. Whatever it was, it confronted them with a mirror. They saw their own flaws reflected through your humanity. That is why their heart is trembling. Truth is not gentle when it first arrives, but it always leads to grace. Do you remember when I told you that divine unions are forged in truth, not in illusion? This is that refining fire. Every eternal love must pass through it. You see, my child, it is easy to love someone's light, it is harder to love their shadow. But real love, the kind that mirrors heaven, embraces both. It sees the imperfection and still whispers, "You are mine." And though your soulmate is struggling to cope, they will learn that what they discovered about you is not a reason to run, but a reason to stay with eyes wide open. While they wrestle with this truth, I am near them. My angels have surrounded them in quiet strength. They sit in silence, questioning, and then feeling my warmth wrap around their heart. They are learning that love is not fragile, it is resilient. They are remembering that I do not join souls through chance but through purpose. What they now know about you will not destroy destiny, it will deepen it. And you, my beloved child, must not fall into shame. Shame is the voice of darkness telling you that you are unworthy of what I have promised. Lift your eyes. I have always known every part of you, even the ones you try to hide. If I can know you fully and still call you precious, then surely the one I have chosen for you can learn to do the same. Do not run from love now. Do not close your heart out of fear that you are too much to be loved. You are exactly the right amount for the soul I designed to meet you. Right now, your soulmate spirit is walking through a narrow gate, between their pride and their compassion. They are questioning what is real. They are praying for clarity. And I am answering, not with words, but with a stirring in their heart that will not let them go. Every time they think of stepping away, a gentle ache calls them back toward you. That ache is me, reminding them that the truth they discovered is part of my plan, not a mistake. I know you want to fix it, to explain, to defend, to reach out and make them understand. But sometimes silence is the greater teacher. Let me speak for you in this season. I will show them who you are through the peace that follows every thought of you. I will turn their confusion into curiosity, their hesitation into humility, their fear into compassion. You do not need to chase what is divinely yours. What is written by my hand will always return. The truth that has surfaced is not an obstacle, it is a key. It opens a door that neither of you could have unlocked while living in illusion. This moment will teach them that love is not about perfection but about presence. It will teach you that honesty does not drive away the right heart, it calls it closer. There will come a day soon when they will look back and realize that this truth did not break them, it broke open their capacity to love. They will thank me for the tears that taught them tenderness. They will thank me for the night they almost gave up, because that was the night I held their hand in silence and showed them your heart as I see it, pure, wounded, brave. Until that day, my child, trust the process. The unseen world is already working for you. Angels walk beside both of you, guiding, healing, preparing. Every prayer you whisper becomes a thread in the fabric I am weaving. Even when you see no movement, know that love is still breathing beneath the surface. Do not lose yourself in guilt or fear. Instead, return to me. Let my voice remind you of who you are, chosen, forgiven, growing. Let my light cleanse every corner of your memory until you can look at your past and see only grace. Because once you forgive yourself, your soulmate will feel it. The energy of release will travel through the invisible bond between you and make it easier for them to forgive, too. Remember this, truth revealed between destined souls is never a punishment. It is an invitation to deeper love, deeper honesty, deeper union. Every truth that comes to light does so under my permission, and always for redemption. So rest tonight. Do not replay the moment they found out. Do not question whether you are still worthy of love. I am writing a chapter that begins with exposure but ends with embrace. Your honesty will become your crown, and their understanding will become your shelter. Together you will learn that love built on truth cannot fall, because it stands upon me. And while you wait, love yourself the way I do. Speak gently to your own heart. Feed your spirit with prayer and gratitude. When the right time arrives, your soulmate will return not as the same person who trembled in fear, but as one who has seen everything and still chooses you. That is what divine love looks like. It survives revelation. It grows stronger through truth. It becomes a reflection of heaven itself. Hold on, my beloved. The truth has only begun its holy work. Soon it will turn pain into peace, distance into destiny, and fear into faith. Nothing real will be lost. I am with you, and I am with them. And the story that began with trembling will end with my blessing. My child. The moment a heart meets truth, there is a silence that feels like thunder. Your future soulmate is living inside that silence now. They keep moving through their ordinary days, but inside them, waves are crashing. What they thought they understood about love has been shaken, and they are standing in the middle of the sea, unsure which way to swim. Do not mistake their quietness for rejection. It is only the sound of a soul learning to breathe again. When a person truly sees another, past the stories, past the image, past the bright mask, they also see themselves. The truth they uncovered about you has become a mirror. It is showing them everything they have yet to heal in themselves. That is why they ache, not because of you, but because they are confronting the parts of their own heart that have long been hidden. I am there, inside their thoughts. When they remember your smile and then feel confusion, I whisper softly, stay a little longer. Look deeper. Love is not frightened of truth, but human fear is. Fear tries to tell them that honesty means danger, that imperfection means loss. Yet every time they start to pull away, my light touches their chest and they feel warmth again. That warmth is recognition. It is their soul remembering you beyond the noise of fear. You see, my child, divine unions are not born in comfort, they are shaped in contradiction. Two souls chosen for each other must walk through misunderstanding so they can learn compassion. They must face doubt so they can learn faith. Right now, your soulmate spirit and your own are being refined like gold in the same fire. The more they wrestle with what they know, the more they will come to see the truth not as a wound but as a revelation of your depth. Do not rush this process. The human heart cannot swallow deep truth all at once. It must sip it slowly, until the bitterness turns to sweetness. Every question they ask about you is a doorway I will use to show them my mercy. They will see how I never hide the flaws of those I love. Instead, I turn flaws into testimony. I am doing the same through you. Your past, your decisions, your scars, they are not stains, they are stories of survival, proof of my companionship. When they think of you now, they feel two voices within them. One voice, small and afraid, says, maybe this love is too complicated. The other, steady and bright, says, but I have never felt peace like this before. That second voice is mine. Little by little, it will become louder. One morning, they will wake and realize that love founded on illusion is fragile, but love born in truth is eternal. And you, my precious one, are also battling your own heart. I have heard your thoughts at night. What if I have ruined it? What if they can't see beyond this? But I, the author of love, do not write stories that end in ruin. I use every revelation as a chapter of redemption. The truth was never your enemy, it was your unveiling. It removed the last wall between you and the destiny I wrote long ago. In these days of uncertainty, your task is simple: remain in the posture of faith. Speak to me when anxiety tries to visit. Let prayer become your breath. While you stay still, I am guiding your soulmate through lessons only silence can teach. They are learning the difference between love that demands perfection and love that mirrors grace. I am showing them that choosing you means choosing growth, and growth is holy. Sometimes, when you feel their absence, you will sense a sudden pulse in your heart, a warmth that arrives without reason. That is their soul reaching for you through prayer. Even if their words never leave their lips, their spirit speaks to yours. The invisible bridge between you has not collapsed, it is glowing brighter each time one of you forgives, each time you both choose understanding over pride. Remember, love that is tested becomes unshakable. I will not let either of you be lost to misunderstanding. The storm of emotions is necessary, because storms wash the air clean. After this season, both of you will see each other without distortion. They will finally understand the courage it took for you to live your truth, and you will understand the tenderness it took for them to face it. Do you know, my child, how proud I am of you? You did not hide forever, you allowed truth to surface. That honesty has already changed the spiritual atmosphere around you. Every secret loses power when brought into light. And while your soulmate struggles to cope, the seeds of trust are already sprouting beneath their doubt. I am turning their confusion into curiosity, their fear into empathy. Soon they will see you through my eyes, covered in grace, not guilt. Until that moment, care for your soul. Nourish it with gratitude. Do not replay what went wrong, thank me for what is being made right. When you wake, whisper, God is still writing. When you sleep, rest knowing that I never stop watching over both of you. Your patience now is planting peace for later. Every day that you refuse to give up becomes a line of light in your shared future. And when your soulmate finally surrenders their fear, when they allow the truth to rest instead of resist, I will bring them to you again, but changed. Their eyes will be softer. Their touch will be deliberate. Their words will no longer tremble between doubt and hope. They will know that what they discovered about you is the very thing that proved your strength. They will see that love built on honesty does not collapse, it breathes deeper. So breathe, my beloved. Breathe through this night of waiting. Breathe through the ache that tries to whisper you are alone. You are not alone, you are in the middle of a divine conversation. Heaven is talking to both of you in dreams, in quiet thoughts, in unexpected signs. Trust those gentle nudges. They are my way of saying, hold on, I am not finished yet. Do not compare your journey with others. Many love stories begin in laughter, some begin in revelation. Yours begins in truth, and truth always leads to freedom. Let this understanding settle deep, nothing real can be ruined by honesty. What is real only becomes more radiant. Soon, my child, there will be a morning when you wake and feel the atmosphere change. The heaviness will lift, replaced by calm certainty. You will sense their heart turning toward you again, not out of guilt but out of awakening. That will be my signal. I will arrange the meeting, the message, the moment that allows healing to flow between you. And when your eyes meet again, there will be no masks left, only recognition. This is the battle of understanding, and both of you are winning it slowly. Every struggle, every tear, is drawing you closer to divine clarity. I am the center that holds you both. I will not let misunderstanding become separation. I will turn it into wisdom, into patience, into a foundation strong enough to hold forever. So rest in me. Let your faith be your refuge. Truth may have shaken the beginning, but it is also building an ending that will shine brighter than anything you imagined. When the truth finally reached your soulmate's heart, it didn't come as an accusation or a wound from another, it came like a whisper from heaven, quiet but unshakable. For a long time, they tried to deny it. They tried to push it away, to convince themselves that what they had discovered about you was a misunderstanding, a trick of the mind, a misread sign. But the truth, my child, has its own voice. It cannot be silenced when it is meant to set two souls free. Now your soulmate walks through the valley of realization. The shadows they see are not your faults, but their own fears reflecting back at them. They see their own mistakes in the mirror of your life. They are realizing that love, true love, is not about perfection, but about grace. I am watching them as they learn to release the weight of judgment and understand that your story, like theirs, was shaped by divine timing and divine lessons. My child, do not fear what they know. The truth that once frightened them will soon become the bridge that brings them back to you. For what they discovered was not a reason to walk away, but a reason to see you more deeply. They are realizing that the parts of you they couldn't understand were never lies, they were scars. Wounds that once bled from your own pain. And now, those same scars are glowing with the light of healing. I have placed my hands upon their heart. They do not yet know it, but they are being softened. The pride that kept them distant is melting. The confusion that made them hide is turning into clarity. They are starting to see the thread that has connected both of you since before birth, woven by my eternal hand, unbroken by distance, misunderstanding, or pain. There are moments when your soulmate sits in silence, clutching the truth, unsure whether to weep or to thank me. They ask me why they had to discover it this way, why it couldn't have been simpler, clearer, easier. But I remind them that every divine connection must pass through fire before it shines like gold. The truth they uncovered is not meant to destroy the bond, but to purify it. You, my beloved, may feel exposed. You may feel as though what was hidden within you, your fears, your past mistakes, your vulnerability, has been laid bare before them. But I say to you, do not hide. Do not regret your transparency. What they have seen is not your downfall, it is your divine becoming. You have walked through lifetimes of pain to reach this moment of authenticity. You no longer need to pretend. You are seen, and still loved, because love from me cannot be undone by truth, it is truth itself. Your soulmate is struggling, yes, but struggle is the proof that transformation has begun. They are being taught how to love without conditions. They are being shown how to hold space for someone who is still healing, just as I have held space for them. This process may look painful, but it is sacred. I am peeling away illusions. I am revealing hearts in their rawest, most beautiful form. In their dreams, they see flashes of you, sometimes as you were, sometimes as you are, sometimes as you will become. They hear your voice in quiet hours, echoing not in words, but in emotions. It calls them not to forget you, but to forgive. To forgive the moments they misjudged you. To forgive themselves for not understanding sooner. Do you know why I allowed them to uncover the truth now? Because the veil between you needed to be lifted. You both were loving each other from the surface. Too cautious, too afraid to let your souls be seen. But love that is destined must descend into the depths before it can rise again in light. What they found out about you was the key that opened their heart to see beyond illusion. They now know that your love was never manipulation, it was mercy. It was me speaking through your actions, your silence, and even your pain. Right now, they are learning the difference between human disappointment and divine revelation. They feel broken because they expected perfection, but I am showing them that divinity shines brightest through imperfection. They are learning that your humanity is not a flaw, it is the canvas upon which I paint miracles. And you, my beloved child, must not lose faith. The more they wrestle with truth, the closer they are to surrender. Soon, they will no longer see you through the eyes of judgment, but through the eyes of grace. They will realize that the truth they discovered was not meant to push them away but to call them home. In the quiet of their nights, I whisper to them about your tears. I show them how many times you prayed for them, even when you thought they'd forgotten you. I let them feel the ache you carried when you thought they'd never return. And slowly, compassion is replacing confusion. They are awakening. There will come a day, sooner than you think, when they will no longer hide from the truth, but hold it like a sacred book. They will look at you and see not the past, but the purpose. They will thank me for revealing what was hidden, for it showed them how real your love truly was. So, my child, breathe. You do not need to fix anything. You only need to trust me. What looks like distance now is merely transformation in disguise. What feels like loss is actually alignment. Your soulmate's heart is walking through my refining fire, and when they emerge, they will come not as they were, but as who they were meant to be for you. Wait with faith. The truth has not broken your connection, it has blessed it. For only through truth can love become eternal. And I, your God, am in the midst of this healing. I will not let this love perish. I am turning revelation into reconciliation. The day is near when you will no longer fear what has been revealed. You will see it as the divine bridge that carried both of you back to each other, stronger, wiser, and filled with a love that no truth could ever destroy. My beloved child, listen closely now, for the tide is turning. What once felt like a storm of heartbreak is quietly shifting into a sea of divine clarity. I know your heart trembles still, thinking of the truth that tore through the fragile threads between you and your soulmate. But I tell you this, what was once a wound is now becoming a window through which both of you will see my divine purpose more clearly than ever before. Do you remember how many nights you cried out to me, asking why love must hurt? Why I allowed someone meant for your soul to discover the truth in a way that shattered everything? I heard those cries. Every tear that touched your pillow became a seed in my garden of restoration. I never ignored you, child, I was simply preparing you. And now, that preparation is beginning to bloom. Your soulmate has entered the quiet phase of surrender. At first, they fought the truth. They tried to reason with it, to push it away, to convince themselves that distance would make it disappear. But truth cannot be buried when I am the one who has revealed it. And now, instead of running, they are learning to rest in what they once feared. They are learning that truth does not destroy love, it transforms it. They have begun to see you differently, not as the person of their assumptions, but as the soul of my creation. I am whispering to their spirit that love is not about finding perfection, it's about finding me in another soul. And they are beginning to see me in you. In their prayers, yes, they are praying again, they speak your name softly, unsure if I still listen. But I do. I always have. I watch as they ask me for forgiveness for judging you too quickly, for walking away when they should have stayed, for not seeing the purity behind your intentions. I have not shamed them, my child. I have held them in the same compassion with which I hold you. I am teaching them that forgiveness is the bridge between revelation and reunion. Even now, they feel your energy. When you pray, they feel the warmth around their heart. When you think of them, their mind suddenly quiets. This is not coincidence, it is divine connection. You both are mirrors, reflecting each other's healing. The truth that once brought pain is now purifying both of you, washing away illusions, and clearing the fog that kept your souls apart. You may not see them reaching out yet, but in spirit, they already are. They are writing unsent messages, thinking of words that might ease your heart, imagining what they would say if they stood before you again. And I am guiding those thoughts. I am shaping their heart to speak not from pride but from love, not from pain but from peace. My child, I know you are tired. I know there are moments when your faith flickers like a candle in the wind. But I need you to hold it steady, even if only as a small flame. Because right now, both your souls are walking toward each other through the tunnel of truth, and at the end of that tunnel, there is light. My light. Every wound you thought separated you is actually pulling you closer. Every memory that once hurt is now being rewritten with understanding. You will soon realize that the truth did not destroy what was meant for you, it simply revealed what was real. And what is real cannot be taken away. There is a sacred stillness I am calling you into. Stop searching for signs of movement, instead, feel the quiet power of transformation happening beneath the surface. Like roots beneath the soil, your connection is growing stronger, unseen but unstoppable. I am working behind the veil, preparing divine alignment. Your soulmate is beginning to understand the reason behind their pain. They now see that the truth was never meant to shame you, but to wake them. They see that you, despite your flaws and past, have always been a vessel of my love, a reflection of the grace they prayed for. They are realizing that your connection was not born of chance, but of divine orchestration. In the coming days, there will be moments when they will feel an urge to reach out, but hesitation will hold them. They will battle between fear and faith. When this happens, speak to me. Pray not for control, but for peace. Let my timing be your trust. I am softening their heart in ways you cannot see. And when the moment comes, it will unfold naturally, not forced, not planned, but perfectly. I am preparing divine encounters, quiet but powerful moments that will lead your paths to cross again. A song, a memory, a message, or even a dream, these are not coincidences. They are my gentle signals. I am weaving circumstances, aligning time and emotion so that when you meet again, you meet not in confusion, but in divine understanding. You will know that this reunion is guided by me because it will feel peaceful, not desperate. You will not have to chase it, it will arrive like morning light after a long night. It will carry calm, clarity, and compassion, 3 signs that I, your God, am in it. I am healing their vision so that when they see you again, they will not see your past, but your purity. They will not focus on what went wrong, but on how love never truly ended. I am removing guilt from their heart and restoring courage to their spirit. I am preparing them to come not with excuses, but with truth. The same truth that once separated you will now unite you. Do not fear, my child. I am not finished with your story. The truth was never your ending, it was your cleansing. The love that was built on illusion could not last, but the love being rebuilt on truth will never fall. And when your soulmate returns, it will not be as before. You will both stand before each other as healed souls, carrying lessons, gratitude, and divine light. The pain will no longer haunt you, it will remind you how far I have brought you. You will see that I never punished you, I was purifying you. I was teaching both of you to love as I love, unconditionally, eternally, purely. Soon, my child, the silence will break. The truth will no longer sting, it will sing. It will sing of redemption, of reunion, of my divine timing fulfilled. Hold your faith close. Keep your heart open. I am in the process of completing what I began, and when I finish, both you and your soulmate will understand why the truth had to be revealed, because it was never meant to end your story, only to make it real. My beloved child, the hour of restoration has come closer than you think. The storm that once roared between your hearts is now quieting under my divine command. What was once confusion is turning into clarity, what once felt like the end is revealing itself as the beginning I had written long before either of you could understand it. You see, child, I do not allow truth to rise to the surface to destroy love, I allow it to rise so that love can finally stand on what is real. Every secret, every misunderstanding, every hidden pain was merely the veil that covered the light of what you both truly are, two souls chosen by my hand to walk through the fire together, and to come out shining with purpose. Your soulmate has walked through their own valley of awakening. They have fought the battle of pride and surrendered it. They have looked at the truth they once feared and finally found peace in it. No longer are they seeing your past through human eyes, they are seeing it through the lens of my grace. And now, instead of shame, they feel compassion. Instead of confusion, they feel calling. For I have whispered to their heart, what you have seen was not betrayal, it was the burden they carried before they met you. You were meant to help them heal it. And as those words echo within them, love begins to rise again, not the fragile love born from illusion, but the steadfast love born from truth. They have started to pray for you not from guilt, but from gratitude. They are thanking me for keeping you alive through your battles, for carrying you when they could not understand you, and for preserving your connection even through the storms they thought would destroy it. My child, can you feel it? In the stillness of your heart, their spirit is calling to you. When your heart flutters suddenly for no reason, it is because I am allowing your souls to touch in prayer. When you feel sudden peace without understanding why, it is because their heart is thinking of you with forgiveness and love. When the night feels warmer, it is because I am letting both your spirits stand in the same divine light once more. You have waited, wept, and prayed faithfully. You have let go of the need to control, and because of that surrender, you are now standing at the doorway of divine reunion. Do not think of it as a coincidence when the world begins to draw you closer. A sudden message, a familiar song, a memory that crosses both your minds at the same moment, these are the whispers of my will at work. I am synchronizing your steps. Your soulmate has been guided to remember not only who you were to them, but who they are because of you. They see now that you were never their punishment, you were their purpose. They were meant to find strength through loving you, humility through misunderstanding you, and redemption through forgiving you. What was once broken is now becoming whole because both of you are finally seeing through my eyes. Eyes that never condemned, but always loved. In the realm of spirit, I have already declared healing between you. The angels have rejoiced because what once looked like loss has now become testimony. The lessons you both have endured will now serve as the foundation of your forever. The truth that once separated you has now bound you together in divine understanding. There will be no more pretending, no more fear of what is hidden, because everything has been brought into light, and light has no shadow where I dwell. There will soon be a day when your paths cross again. It may come gently, without warning. Perhaps an unexpected encounter, perhaps a message sent in courage, or perhaps an act of divine alignment that only I could orchestrate. But when it happens, my child, your heart will know. You will not tremble this time. You will not feel the rush of old fear. Instead, there will be stillness, a holy stillness that only my presence can bring. When your eyes meet again, words may not come easily. The silence will speak louder. It will carry everything that time and truth have built. You will see in their eyes not accusation, but apology. You will see not confusion, but clarity. You will feel not distance, but destiny. Because I have transformed both of you into the people you needed to be for this union to last. I want you to remember this. Reconciliation does not mean returning to the past. It means stepping together into a new path, one built on my guidance, not on fear. The bond that will be reborn between you will carry divine peace. It will not rush, it will not struggle, it will simply flow. For I am the one writing the rhythm now. You will speak openly, and there will be tears, but they will not be tears of pain. They will be tears of release, of relief, of realization that all along, I was in control. Every delay, every misunderstanding, every silence had its divine purpose. Through the breaking, you learned how to love me first, through the truth, you learned how to love purely, and through surrender, you prepared yourself for the love that cannot be shaken. My beloved, when this reunion unfolds, do not fear the emotions it brings. Let your heart be gentle, let your words be honest, and let your spirit listen more than it speaks. I will guide every moment. You will not need to force healing, I will breathe it into the space between you. You will not need to prove your worth, for they will already see it. You will not need to explain every pain, for they will already feel it. And after that moment of reunion, you will both begin a new journey, one not bound by illusion or fear, but led by faith and truth. You will become living testimonies of my grace. Others will look at your story and see that what truth tried to break, divine love restored. You will show the world that when love is built in me, nothing, not even the hardest truth, can destroy it. So, my precious child, take this final message deep into your heart. Your truth did not ruin love, it refined it. Your honesty did not lose you your soulmate, it led both of you to me. And through me, nothing that is meant for you will ever be lost. stand still now. Feel the peace I am pouring into you. Your heart has been tested, but it has not failed. Your love has been purified, not punished. Your faith has opened a door that no human hand can close. And now, I, your God, bless your love with divine protection and everlasting strength. Your soulmate will find their way back to you, not because of the past, but because of destiny. They will come with understanding, with humility, and with a heart ready to build what I have ordained. The pain will fade, the truth will shine, and my divine will shall stand unshaken. Now rise, my child, and walk in peace. The storm is over. What was hidden has been healed. What was lost has been found. Your truth has become your liberation, and your love, blessed by me, shall now become your miracle. My beloved child, the heavens are silent tonight, not because I am far from you, but because every angel is standing in stillness, watching a sacred promise being fulfilled. The journey that began in tears is now being completed in peace. The path that felt endless has brought both of you to the very gates of destiny. What once was hidden behind pain and misunderstanding is now being crowned with truth, clarity, and divine love. Look around you, my child, the air feels different now. The weight that once pressed on your soul is lifting. The heaviness that made you question your worth is dissolving. This is not just a change in energy, it is the evidence of my presence. For I am standing between you and your soulmate, holding both of your hearts gently in my hands, whispering into your spirits, it is finished. Your soulmate has finally understood. The truth they discovered, which once burned like fire, now feels like light. They have seen through the layers of misunderstanding and realized that love, real love, was always there, patiently waiting beneath the chaos. I showed them your heart, not as the world sees it, but as I created it, full of compassion, full of loyalty, full of divine purpose. They now know that what they mistook for failure was faith in disguise. Every distance you endured, every silence that felt unbearable, was preparing you both for this final awakening. They understand now that the truth did not come to destroy, it came to clear the fog, to make them see you through the eyes of love, the way I have always seen you. And you, my precious one, who carried the burden of being misunderstood, I have watched your tears become prayers, and your prayers become strength. I have seen you wrestle with fear and yet choose love. I have seen you forgive even when no apology came. And because of that, I am now rewarding your faith. The heavens move for hearts like yours, hearts that break but still believe. Now, a divine alignment is unfolding. The threads of destiny that once tangled are being straightened by my hand. In their heart, your soulmate feels a call they cannot ignore, it is the pull of divine purpose. I have placed your name within the rhythm of their heartbeat, so that every moment of stillness reminds them of what I ordained. They will no longer run from it, they will move toward it with humility, guided by my spirit. They are coming, child. Slowly, carefully, but certainly. Every step they take is guided by my light. They will come not to question, not to judge, but to understand. They will not come to reopen old wounds but to close them with healing. For I have touched their eyes, and now they see not with pride, but with peace. And when they stand before you again, whether in person or through a message, whether in a divine meeting or a quiet sign, you will know it is not coincidence. It will be the fulfillment of my promise. You will feel my peace before they even speak. You will see my reflection in their eyes. You will know that all the waiting, all the pain, all the silence had a purpose. In that moment, my child, speak not from your wounds but from your wisdom. Let grace be your language. Let kindness be your strength. You will not need to prove yourself, I will speak through your presence. Your calm will reveal your growth, your gentleness will show your power, and your peace will prove that I was with you through it all. Your soulmate will feel that peace. They will feel home in your energy again, not because of familiarity, but because of transformation. They will see how you have changed, how you have blossomed under my care, and they will finally understand why they had to lose you for a time, so that they could learn how to love you right. I am sealing your connection now under a covenant of divine truth. No deceit, no interference, no darkness shall prevail against what I have restored. Your love shall not be driven by fear but by faith. It shall not be shaken by doubt but strengthened by my timing. I am blessing this bond so that it becomes not just a love story, but a divine mission, two souls joined not only for companionship, but for purpose. Together, you will heal others through the testimony of your endurance. You will show the world that love built on truth cannot be destroyed. You will teach others that pain does not end a divine connection, it purifies it. And every word, every prayer, every act of forgiveness that you offered in secret will now shine like gold in the light of my glory. My angels are already moving around you, preparing divine circumstances. Trust the signs you begin to see. The number sequences, the songs that repeat, the dreams that visit in the quiet hours, these are not random. They are my gentle confirmations that everything is unfolding as I have promised. Do not rush what is sacred. Do not doubt what is divine. For I, your God, am not limited by time or circumstance. I am beyond logic, beyond distance, beyond all fear. When I decide that two souls must unite, nothing in heaven or earth can stand in the way. Now, take a deep breath and rest in me. Let go of every remaining fear. You are stepping into the season of fulfillment. The truth that once tore apart is now becoming the foundation upon which you will rebuild, stronger, purer, eternal. I am blessing you now with divine closure to the old cycle, and divine opening into the new. Child, I want you to know this above all, I never took love away from you, I transformed it. I never punished you, I purified you. I never delayed you, I was preparing you. You were never forgotten, you were being written into my most delicate masterpiece of divine timing. And now, as you stand at the edge of destiny, I place my hand upon your heart and speak peace into your soul. What was once broken is now made whole. What was once painful is now sacred. And what was once uncertain is now written in the stars under my eternal seal. Go forward, my beloved. The future is opening before you. Your soulmate walks toward you in light, not in shadow. The truth has done its work, the lessons have been learned, and my promise stands fulfilled. God says, my child. Come closer. Sit with me for a moment. I know your heart feels unusually heavy today. I know there is a quiet ache you cannot explain, a tightness in your chest that comes and goes, a sadness that rises without permission. You try to distract yourself, you try to stay strong, but something inside you already knows. Something inside you has been sensing a change, a shift, a goodbye forming in the silence. My child, this message did not reach you by accident. I am speaking to you now because your soul is already trembling. You have felt it in the way your thoughts return to one person again and again. You have felt it in the sudden tears that come when you are alone, in the moments when your smile feels forced, in the nights when sleep escapes you even though your body is tired. You have been asking quietly, without words, why does it feel like I am losing them even though they are still here? I hear that question. I have always heard it. Your soulmate has been saying goodbye long before you realized it. Not with their lips, but with their energy. Not with harsh words, but with distance that slowly grew. Not because love disappeared, but because something inside them began to break, and they did not know how to let you see it. My child, this is why your heart has been restless. This is why you feel an ache even on days when nothing seems wrong. Love recognizes shifts before the mind does. Souls speak to each other in ways the world cannot understand. And your soul has been receiving messages of farewell in whispers, in dreams, in sudden waves of emotion. I want you to know something very clearly before the tears come. This goodbye is not punishment. This goodbye is not proof that you were not enough. This goodbye is not a rejection of your love. You have been enough from the beginning. Your soulmate did not wake up one day and decide to walk away from you. This goodbye formed slowly, quietly, in moments when they felt overwhelmed, unworthy, exhausted, and afraid. They smiled in front of you while carrying storms inside. They listened to your voice while wondering if they were hurting you just by staying. They loved you deeply while believing they might destroy you if they remained. My child, you sense this because love is sensitive. Love notices when warmth cools, when words change tone, when presence becomes partial. You tried to hold on tighter, didn't you? You prayed harder. You gave more of yourself. You stayed patient, hoping the distance would close again. But love cannot heal what someone refuses to bring into the light. Your soulmate has been drowning in thoughts they never shared. Thoughts of failure. Thoughts of guilt. Thoughts that whispered, they deserve better than me. And instead of reaching for your hand, they began preparing themselves to let go. This is why your chest feels heavy today. This is why your heart feels tired in a way sleep cannot fix. My child, I need you to breathe with me right now. Slowly. Gently. You are safe here. Even in this pain, you are not alone. I know you are afraid of what this goodbye might look like. You are afraid of the moment when words finally fall, or silence becomes permanent. You are afraid of how deeply it will hurt, because you did not love halfway. You loved fully, honestly, with hope and faith and dreams of a future that felt real. And that is why this hurts so much. But listen to me carefully, my child. Feeling this pain does not mean you are weak. Crying does not mean you are losing faith. Preparing your heart does not mean you are giving up. It means you are human. It means you loved sincerely. It means your heart is alive. Your soulmate is not walking away because you failed. They are stepping back because they feel lost within themselves. They are afraid their brokenness will stain your light. They believe leaving is an act of protection, not abandonment. That does not make the pain smaller, I know. But it changes the meaning of it. Right now, you may be replaying memories in your mind. The laughter. The promises. The moments that felt sacred and rare. You may be wondering how something so beautiful could lead to something so painful. You may be asking me why I allowed this bond to form if it was going to hurt you like this. My child, some loves come not to stay forever, but to awaken parts of your soul that were asleep. Some connections teach you how deeply you can feel, how fiercely you can love, how much strength lives inside you even when your heart breaks. This goodbye does not erase what was real. It does not cancel the love you shared. It does not mean the connection was a mistake. It means a chapter is trembling at its ending. I know you are trying to prepare yourself. You tell yourself to be strong, to not cry too much, to accept whatever happens with dignity. But my child, I do not want you to harden your heart. I want you to let yourself feel. Tears are not your enemy. They are release. They are prayer when words fail. You do not need to rush healing. You do not need to understand everything right now. All I ask is that you stay honest with me. Bring me your fear. Bring me your confusion. Bring me your ache. I can carry what you cannot. This goodbye, whether spoken or silent, will feel like something is being torn from you. There will be moments when you reach for your phone instinctively. Moments when you want to share something and remember you cannot. Moments when the absence feels louder than any argument ever was. And in those moments, my child, I will be right there. I will sit with you in the silence. I will hold you through the waves of grief. I will remind you, again and again, that your worth did not leave with them. You are not being emptied. You are being prepared. I know that sentence is hard to accept right now. Preparation does not feel gentle. Growth does not feel kind in the moment. But there is something forming within you that could not be born without this breaking. You are learning how to stand without leaning on another soul. You are learning how to love without losing yourself. You are learning how to trust me even when answers are delayed. This goodbye is not the end of your story. It is the end of a version of you that believed love must always stay to be real. My child, I need you to hear this deeply. You are allowed to cry. You are allowed to miss them. You are allowed to grieve what you hoped would be. But do not let this pain convince you that you will never be loved like this again. Do not let this moment shrink your heart. Do not close yourself off because one chapter is ending. Your soulmate's goodbye does not define your future. It does not limit what I have planned for you. It does not reduce the love waiting ahead. For now, rest in me. Let the tears come if they need to. You do not have to be brave yet. You only have to stay open. I am still writing your story. And I promise you, my child, this pain will not be wasted. My beloved child. I know your heart is still tender from what I revealed to you. I know the tears may not have fully dried yet, and the questions may be growing louder instead of quieter. That is why I am speaking to you again now. I do not want you to sit in confusion. I do not want you to blame yourself. I do not want your mind to create stories that will hurt you more than the truth ever could. Come, rest your thoughts in me for a moment. The goodbye your soulmate is preparing is not born from a lack of love. This is important. If you hold on to only one truth today, let it be this: their heart still carries you. Their soul still recognizes yours. But love alone does not silence fear, and it does not heal wounds that have been hidden for too long. Your soulmate has been fighting a battle you were never meant to fight for them. A battle of self-worth, of identity, of feeling like they are always falling short. They look at you and see light, stability, hope. And instead of feeling inspired, they feel exposed. They wonder how someone so genuine could love someone who feels so broken inside. My child, this is why they pull away when you try to come closer. This is why conversations feel strained, why their energy changes suddenly, why warmth turns into distance without explanation. They are not running from you. They are running from the version of themselves they cannot stand to face. They carry guilt like a weight on their chest. Guilt for not being emotionally present enough. Guilt for not meeting their own expectations. Guilt for the moments they felt numb when they wanted to feel deeply. And each time they sense your patience, your understanding, your unwavering love, that guilt grows heavier. They tell themselves, I am hurting them by staying. They whisper, they deserve peace, not my chaos. And instead of opening their wounds to you, they decide to disappear quietly. My beloved child, this is not something you caused. You did not love too much. You did not ask for too much. You did not fail to support them. You offered your heart with sincerity, and that scared someone who was already afraid of their own shadows. I know you have replayed moments in your mind, searching for the exact place where things began to change. You analyze words, tones, silences. You wonder if one conversation, one reaction, one misunderstanding could have altered everything. Let me ease your mind. This was forming long before you noticed it. The seeds of this goodbye were planted in wounds that existed before you entered their life. Your presence did not create their pain. It only illuminated it. Your soulmate has been smiling through exhaustion. They have been pretending to be strong while feeling empty. And in moments of honesty with themselves, they fear that if they stay, they will eventually break down in front of you. They fear you will see them at their lowest and walk away. So they choose to walk away first. My child, this is a defense, not a rejection. They believe leaving is a way to protect you from disappointment. They believe stepping back is an act of love, even though it feels like abandonment to you. They are trying to control the pain by choosing it, rather than waiting for it to surprise them. This does not make the pain easier, I know. Knowing the reason does not stop your heart from aching. But it can stop the poison of self-blame from spreading inside you. You are not unlovable. You are not replaceable. You are not too much. You were simply loving someone who did not yet know how to love themselves. My beloved child, there is something else I need you to understand. Your soulmate has been afraid of your strength. Not because it threatens them, but because it reflects what they feel they lack. When you speak with hope, they hear their own doubts. When you stand with faith, they feel their own uncertainty. When you believe in the future, they are reminded of how lost they feel. And instead of letting you lift them, they sink deeper into themselves. They did not want you to see their cracks. They wanted to be whole for you. And when they realized they could not become that version of themselves fast enough, they chose distance. This is why their goodbye feels so sudden to you, yet so long in the making to them. My child, you may be wondering if love will ever feel safe again. You may be asking yourself whether opening your heart was a mistake. I tell you gently now, loving deeply is never a mistake. Even when it hurts, it shapes you into someone more compassionate, more aware, more alive. Do not regret your softness. The world needs hearts like yours. Your soulmate's struggle does not diminish the beauty of what you shared. It does not erase the laughter, the comfort, the connection that felt rare and sacred. Those moments were real because you were real. But I must also prepare you for something important. You cannot heal someone who refuses to face themselves. You cannot love someone into wholeness if they are determined to run from their own pain. This is not your failure, it is a boundary of the human heart. You did what you could. And what you could was enough. Right now, your task is not to chase them, to explain yourself again, or to carry their burden in silence. Your task is to stay grounded in truth. To remember who you are even as someone steps away. To trust that I am holding both of you, even if you are walking separate paths for now. I see your tears. I collect them. Each one matters to me. There will be moments when you want answers directly from them. Moments when you wish they would just be honest, just say everything, just explain. And maybe they will, or maybe they won't. Sometimes people leave without giving closure because they themselves do not understand their own hearts. But I will give you clarity even when others cannot. This goodbye is not the end of love in your life. It is the end of loving someone who was not ready to stay. And that truth, painful as it is, will one day feel like mercy. For now, let yourself grieve without judgment. Let yourself miss them without shame. You are not weak for hurting. You are strong for feeling. Stay with me, my beloved child. The hardest part is not behind you yet, but neither is the healing. My beloved child. I know your heart is trembling now. I know there is a quiet fear rising inside you, the kind that does not scream but slowly tightens around your chest. This is the moment you have been sensing, the emotional breaking point you tried to prepare for but could never truly imagine. And I am here with you in it. You are not facing this alone. This part of the journey is the hardest, because it is where hope and reality collide. It is where your heart still wants to believe, but your soul already knows. It is where you feel yourself standing at the edge of something painful, waiting for the fall, wishing it could somehow be avoided. My child, I want you to listen closely now. The goodbye may not come with dramatic words. It may not come with a long explanation or a clear ending. For some, the goodbye arrives as silence. For others, it comes as a change in tone, fewer messages, delayed replies, emotional withdrawal. And for some, it comes as a conversation they have rehearsed in their mind but never wanted to speak aloud. However it arrives, it will feel like the ground beneath you shifts. You may feel shock even though you sensed it coming. You may feel disbelief even though your heart warned you. This is not weakness. This is love struggling to let go of what it hoped would stay. When the moment comes, when you realize they are truly stepping back, I do not want you to panic. I do not want you to beg, to shrink yourself, to abandon your dignity just to keep them near. Not because you are wrong for wanting them, but because chasing someone who is leaving will only deepen the wound. My child, love does not need to be chased. What is meant to stay will not require you to break yourself to hold it. There will be a moment when words fail you. When you want to say so much but feel frozen. Or perhaps you will speak everything at once and still feel unheard. Either way, know this, your feelings are valid, even if they are not received the way you hoped. You are allowed to say, "This hurts." You are allowed to say, "I don't understand." You are allowed to say nothing at all. Silence, too, can be an act of strength. I know your instinct will be to replay the conversation afterward. To analyze every sentence. To wonder if you should have said more or less. My child, be gentle with yourself. In moments of emotional rupture, perfection is impossible. You spoke from a wounded heart, and that is enough. After the goodbye, spoken or unspoken, there will be a hollow space where their presence used to be. This is where the pain feels sharpest. This is where mornings feel heavier and nights feel endless. This is where memories rise without warning and knock the breath out of you. You may feel like you are unraveling. Like you are losing a part of yourself. And in some ways, you are. You are shedding a version of you that was intertwined with them. That kind of loss is real, and it deserves to be honored. Do not rush this grief. I see you trying to stay strong for everyone else. I see you smiling when your heart is breaking. I see you telling yourself to move on quickly, to not dwell, to be okay. But my child, healing does not respond to pressure. It responds to honesty. Cry when you need to. Let the tears come without apology. Tears are not a setback, they are a cleansing. They are the body's way of releasing what words cannot carry. There will be moments when you reach for comfort in memories. You may reread old messages, revisit old places, replay shared laughter in your mind. This does not mean you are stuck. It means your heart is processing. Over time, these memories will soften. They will hurt less. But for now, let them pass through you without judgment. I know there will be nights when sleep escapes you. When your thoughts spiral and your chest feels tight. In those moments, come to me. Speak my name. Even if all you can say is, "Help," I will understand. You may also feel anger rising, anger at them, at yourself, even at me. This, too, is part of grief. Do not be afraid of it. Anger does not mean you lack faith. It means you are human and hurting. Bring that anger to me instead of letting it harden you. My child, I want you to remember something vital during this breaking point. You are not being abandoned by life. You are being redirected. This separation is painful because it is significant. It mattered because you mattered. But pain does not mean permanence. What feels unbearable now will one day feel survivable, and eventually, it will feel transformative. There will come a day when you wake up and the weight is lighter. It will surprise you. It will not mean you forgot them. It will mean you have begun to carry the love differently. Until then, take this moment one breath at a time. 1 hour at a time. 1 day at a time. Do not isolate yourself completely. Let safe people support you. Let kindness reach you, even if it feels undeserved. You do not need to go through this alone to prove your strength. And when your mind tries to convince you that this goodbye defines your worth, speak truth over it. Say, I was loved. I loved sincerely. I am still whole. Because you are. This breaking point is not where you end. It is where you learn how resilient your heart truly is. It is where you learn that even when love leaves, you remain. I am walking with you through this valley. I am holding you when you feel like you might fall apart. I am guiding you toward a version of yourself that will one day look back and say, that pain changed me, but it did not destroy me. Stay with me, my beloved child. The goodbye is not the final word. My beloved child. You have crossed the moment you feared. The goodbye, whether spoken clearly or felt deeply, has already brushed your soul. And now you stand in the quiet that follows. This silence feels strange, almost unreal. It is not the sharp pain of the breaking point anymore, but something deeper, slower, heavier. This is the after. This is where healing begins, even though it does not yet feel like healing. I am with you here. After the goodbye, there is often confusion. You may wake up some mornings feeling oddly calm, and then suddenly, without warning, grief crashes over you again. You may question yourself, why am I not okay yet, or why does it still hurt when I thought I accepted it? My child, healing is not a straight path. It moves like waves, coming close, pulling back, returning again. Do not be afraid of this rhythm. It is natural. Right now, you are learning how to exist without something your heart had woven into its daily life. You are learning how to sit with yourself again, without their voice, their presence, their reassurance. This can feel lonely, even frightening. But it is also sacred. Because in this space, I am gently rebuilding you. You may notice moments when you feel empty. Not sad exactly, just hollow. This emptiness is not a flaw. It is room. Room for understanding, for strength, for a deeper connection with yourself and with me. Something new cannot enter if everything inside you remains crowded with what has already passed. I know part of you still waits. You may wonder if they will come back, if this goodbye is temporary, if there will be a message, an apology, a realization. Hope does not disappear overnight. And I am not asking you to kill it. I am asking you not to live trapped inside it. Hope must rest, not cling. There is a difference between trusting me and waiting in pain. Trust allows you to breathe again. Waiting in pain keeps your heart suspended, unable to move or heal. I want you free, my child. Free to grow, free to feel again, free to become who you are meant to be, regardless of who stays or leaves. This season is teaching you how to love without losing yourself. You are beginning to see patterns you once ignored. The moments you silenced your own needs. The times you overgave hoping it would keep the connection alive. The places where you shrank your truth to protect someone else's comfort. These realizations may hurt, but they are not meant to shame you. They are meant to awaken you. You loved beautifully. And now you are learning to love wisely. Healing does not mean forgetting. It means remembering without bleeding. One day, the memories that now bring tears will bring softness instead. Gratitude, perhaps. Or quiet understanding. You will see the connection for what it truly was. Not what you hoped it would become, but what it actually gave you. And what it gave you was not nothing. It showed you your capacity for devotion. It showed you your emotional depth. It showed you the kind of love you desire and deserve. My child, as you rebuild, you may feel drawn to solitude. This is not isolation, this is restoration. Your soul needs quiet to rearrange itself. Do not feel guilty for pulling back from noise, from constant explanations, from people who do not understand your pain. Protect your energy gently. At the same time, do not close your heart completely. Let light enter in small ways. A walk. A prayer. A deep breath. A moment of beauty. Healing often arrives quietly, disguised as ordinary moments. There will be days when you feel strong, almost proud of how far you've come. And there will be days when a single song, place, or scent brings everything back. When that happens, do not scold yourself. Say instead, this is part of my becoming. I am reshaping your heart, not hardening it. You are learning something precious now. Love is not proven by how much you endure. It is not proven by how much pain you tolerate. True love, whether from another or from yourself, does not require you to abandon your peace. This understanding is growing inside you, slowly but surely. My child, I want you to hear this clearly: the goodbye did not reduce your value. It refined it. You are emerging with clearer boundaries, deeper self-respect, and a stronger sense of who you are. This is not loss, this is transformation. You may still ask, why did this have to happen? And while I may not answer fully yet, know this: nothing that leaves your life without your consent was meant to define your future. Some things end so that better alignment can begin. I am preparing you for love that feels safe, not anxious. For connection that does not require constant effort to maintain. For a presence that chooses you freely, not out of fear or obligation. Until then, your task is simple, though not easy: be gentle with yourself. Speak kindly to your own heart. Rest when you need to. Celebrate small victories, like getting through a day without tears, or crying and still choosing to keep going. You are doing better than you think. This season is not about replacing what you lost. It is about reclaiming what you gave away. Your time. Your energy. Your voice. Your sense of self. Piece by piece, I am returning these things to you. And one day, my beloved child, you will look back at this chapter not with bitterness, but with gratitude for how it shaped you. You will see that the goodbye was not the end of love, it was the end of confusion. Stay with me in this rebuilding. You are not behind. You are becoming. My beloved child. Come, sit with me one last time in this chapter. I know your heart is tired now, not just from pain, but from the long journey of feeling, releasing, understanding, and rebuilding. You have cried tears you never thought you could survive. You have faced silence that once terrified you. And yet, here you are. Still breathing. Still standing. Still open. This is where I want to speak peace into every corner of your soul. The goodbye that once felt like an ending is no longer screaming inside you. It may still ache softly, like a scar that reminds you of what was real. But it no longer owns you. And that is how I know you are healing. My child, I want to answer the question you have been carrying quietly. Was this goodbye permanent, or was it temporary? Listen to me gently now. Not every goodbye is meant to be understood immediately. Some goodbyes are pauses, others are closures, and some are transformations disguised as loss. What matters more than the label is this truth: nothing that is truly meant for you will be lost in my hands. If someone is meant to return, they will return healed, not half-broken. If someone is not meant to stay, they will make space for something more aligned, more peaceful, more nourishing to your soul. Either way, you do not lose. I know there were nights when you prayed for clarity, begging me to tell you whether to hold on or let go. I heard those prayers. And instead of giving you a simple answer, I gave you strength. Strength to survive the waiting. Strength to endure uncertainty. Strength to choose yourself even when your heart wanted to disappear into another. That strength is not accidental. You earned it through surrender. My beloved child, you are no longer the same person who first felt that goodbye forming. You have grown quieter inside, but deeper. Softer, but stronger. You have learned how to sit with your emotions without drowning in them. You have learned that love does not leave you empty, it reveals what needs healing. And now, healing has taken root. I see you beginning to smile again, not the forced smiles of survival, but small, genuine ones that come from peace. I see moments when laughter surprises you. I see days when their absence no longer defines your mood. These are signs of renewal, even if you do not recognize them yet. You are entering a new season. This season is not loud. It does not rush. It unfolds gently, like morning light after a long night. In this season, you will rediscover joy without fear. You will trust without losing yourself. You will love without begging to be chosen. Because you already know your worth. My child, let me bless you now. I bless your heart with peace where there was once confusion. I bless your mind with clarity where there was once doubt. I bless your spirit with hope that does not depend on another's presence. I release you from the need to replay the past. I release you from the burden of what-ifs. I release you from the belief that love must hurt to be real. You are not behind in life. You are not late. You are not forgotten. I am guiding you toward connections that feel calm, not chaotic. Toward love that feels chosen, not questioned. Toward a future where your heart does not have to brace itself before opening. And if your soulmate ever thinks of you, and they will, I want you to know this: you were not a lesson they regret. You were a love they will always respect, even if they could not stay. That is not failure. That is impact. My beloved child, from this moment forward, I want you to walk lighter. You do not need to carry the weight of that goodbye anymore. It served its purpose. It awakened you. It strengthened you. And now, it can rest. Lift your face toward what is ahead. I am opening doors you cannot yet see. I am aligning hearts that will meet you in wholeness. I am restoring joy in ways that will surprise you. Your story did not end with a goodbye. It began again with self-love, faith, and quiet courage. Go now with peace in your heart. Go knowing you are deeply loved, by me, and by the life I am preparing for you. And remember this always, my child: nothing real is ever lost. It only transforms. My beloved child. Come even closer now. This is not an extra part by accident. This is the part your soul asked for quietly, the part your tears summoned, the part your heart needed when words ran out. I am here to seal what was broken, to soothe what still aches, and to speak life into the places that feel tired from hoping, loving, and surviving. You have come so far. And I need you to pause for a moment and truly see yourself. You survived a goodbye that once felt impossible. You survived nights when your chest felt too heavy to breathe, mornings when getting out of bed felt like a battle, moments when the world kept moving while you felt frozen in grief. You survived questioning your worth, your timing, your heart. And still, you chose not to harden. That alone tells me how rare your soul is. My child, there is something sacred about the way you love. You do not love lightly. You do not connect carelessly. When you give your heart, you give it with honesty, depth, and faith. That is why the goodbye cut so deeply, because what you offered was real. But hear me clearly now: your depth was never your weakness. Your sensitivity was never your flaw. Your loyalty was never a mistake. The world may tell you to be colder, to care less, to protect yourself by closing your heart. I tell you something different. I tell you to be wise, not closed. To be discerning, not distant. To protect your peace without betraying your nature. You do not need to become someone else to avoid pain. You need only to become more rooted in who you already are. My beloved child, the love you lost did not take your future with it. It only took a version of the dream that no longer fit who you are becoming. You were growing, and the connection could not grow with you in the same way. That does not diminish its meaning, it completes it. Right now, something beautiful is happening inside you, even if you cannot fully feel it yet. Your heart is learning how to rest without clinging. Your spirit is learning how to trust without fear. Your soul is learning that love does not need to be proven through suffering. You are unlearning the belief that abandonment is something you must earn. I want to talk to you about the fear that still visits you sometimes. The fear that whispers, "What if this happens again?" The fear that tells you to guard your heart so tightly that nothing can enter. My child, fear is understandable, but it does not get to lead your life. You were not created to live braced for loss. You were created to live open to love. Yes, wisdom will walk with you now. Yes, you will notice red flags sooner. Yes, you will honor your boundaries more fiercely. But you will not shut down. You will not shrink. You will not dim your light just to avoid another goodbye. Because love that is aligned will not ask you to bleed to stay. There will come a day, quietly, unexpectedly, when you realize you are no longer waiting. No longer checking. No longer hoping for a message that never comes. And when that day arrives, do not feel guilty. Do not think you have forgotten. You have not. You have healed. Healing does not erase love. It simply changes how it lives inside you. And then, my child, something new will begin to stir. Not a replacement, not a distraction, but a connection that feels different from the start. Calmer. Clearer. Safer. It will not trigger anxiety or confusion. It will not make you question your worth or your place. It will feel like being chosen without having to fight for it. You will notice the difference immediately. This love will not rush you, because it will not fear losing you. This love will not hide, because it will have nothing to be ashamed of. This love will meet you where you are, not where you pretend to be. And when it comes, you will understand why I asked you to let go before receiving it. But even if that day feels far away right now, I want you to know this: your life is already full of meaning. You are not incomplete because someone left. You are not paused because a chapter ended. You are living, growing, becoming, right now. Every breath you take is progress. Every boundary you honor is healing. Every time you choose kindness toward yourself, you are rewriting your story. My beloved child, I bless the days ahead of you. I bless the mornings when peace greets you instead of heaviness. I bless the nights when sleep comes easily and dreams are gentle. I bless the moments when laughter returns without effort. I bless your heart with resilience that does not harden. I bless your mind with clarity that does not obsess. I bless your soul with hope that does not depend on outcomes. You are not late. You are not broken. You are not forgotten. I am doing more for you than you can see right now. One day, you will look back at this season and realize it was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to awaken you. To bring you home to yourself. To teach you that love begins with the way you treat your own heart. And when that realization settles in, you will smile, not because the pain never existed, but because it no longer controls you. Go forward now, my beloved child. Go lighter. Go wiser. Go knowing that you are deeply protected, deeply guided, and deeply loved. I am with you, always. My beloved child. This is the closing whisper for your heart. Not a loud ending, not a dramatic promise, just truth, peace, and rest. You have walked through sorrow without losing your soul. You have faced loss without letting it make you bitter. That is rare. That is sacred. And I want you to know how proud I am of you. There was a time when you thought this goodbye would destroy you. You believed you would not survive the silence, the emptiness, the sudden absence of someone who once felt like home. But look at you now. You are still breathing. Still loving. Still open to life. The pain did not break you, it shaped you. My child, some chapters end quietly so the next ones can begin gently. Not everything needs an explanation to have meaning. Not every ending needs closure to bring peace. Sometimes, acceptance itself is the closure. I want you to release the final weight you are still carrying, the need to be remembered in a certain way. The need for them to realize what they lost. The need for justice through regret. You do not need validation from someone who could not stay. Your worth was never decided by their capacity to love. Let them go with love, not resentment. Let yourself move forward without guilt. You are allowed to choose peace even if others remain confused. My beloved child, I am closing this chapter not with loss, but with alignment. You are now standing in a place where your heart and your destiny can finally meet. The noise has quieted. The lessons have settled. The wounds are no longer bleeding. Ahead of you is a season of calm strength. You will no longer chase connection, you will recognize it. You will no longer explain your value, you will embody it. You will no longer beg to be chosen. You will walk away from anything that does not choose you freely. This is growth. This is maturity. This is love refined. I bless you with courage to trust again, without fear ruling your heart. I bless you with discernment to see clearly, without suspicion clouding your joy. I bless you with companionship that feels peaceful, not heavy. You will love again, not because you forgot, but because you healed. And when you do, it will feel different. It will feel like rest. Like coming home after a long journey. Like being seen without having to prove anything. Until then, live fully. Laugh freely. Love yourself deeply. Do not rush what is unfolding. I am ahead of you, preparing what your heart has always deserved. My child, you are safe now. You are whole now. You are ready now. Go in peace. I am always with you.